Today we're diving into a philosophical paper. Well, actually, it's more of a philosophical adventure by S.C. Sayles, titled Philosophical Jurisdiction, Authority, Ultimacy, and the Conditions of Meaning. So, let's start with the big question Sayles tackles, because, wow, it's a doozy. Have you ever wondered why, no matter how many amazing arguments you make, or how airtight your evidence seems, people almost never agree on what really matters, or when a big debate wraps up and you think the issue's settled, but really nothing's resolved? That's right at the heart of this study. Really, the whole paper centers on that strange feeling you get after a long argument, a feeling that something essential, maybe about authority or who gets to decide, is being smuggled into the conversation, but not talked about directly. S.C. Sayles goes way beyond your usual, let's have a rational debate kind of philosophy. They ask a question most philosophers tiptoe around, namely, what gives any claim, any argument, any person, any process, the right to judge anything at all? That's a pretty wild place to start, right? I mean, usually we just assume there's some sort of authority like logic or science or democratic procedure, and we move on. But Sayles, they pull back the curtain and ask, wait, who set those rules in the first place? Who gave them authority? And can you ever really get out of this sticky web of authority? Or is it always there even when you think you've escaped? The book does something pretty bold here. It doesn't try to give you another new theory about authority or meaning. Instead, it zooms in on how arguments function when stakes are high and the topic really matters. Sayles uses what they call a three-part structure. So first, they present the strongest possible challenges to the idea of final authority. Think big stuff. Reason, science, procedure, autonomy, even technology and pluralism, all these are given their best shot at escaping the question of ultimate authority. But then, here's the twist. Instead of judging those arguments based on how persuasive or, I guess, how rhetorically powerful they are, Sayles puts them through what they call jurisdictional criteria. It's like, not who won the debate, but does this claim even get to sit on the judge's bench in the first place? The paper isn't trying to tell you what to believe. Sayles is pretty explicit about that. There's no grand apology for any tradition or worldview lurking here. Instead, what you get is a kind of X-ray of why judgment, disagreement, and even meaning itself are possible or impossible without some sort of ultimate court of appeal. Whether we talk about it openly or try to hide it, Sayles says, there's always something or someone, somewhere, acting as the final referee, even if it's concealed beneath layers of process or pluralism. Even when we claim to be free from authority, it sneaks back in real quick. We're all looking for some court of appeal, even if it's just a trusted procedure or a feeling, you know? What does this mean for you, the listener? Well, if you've ever felt frustrated after a heated debate, or honestly wondered why you and your friends or family keep circling the same big questions, like justice, truth, or meaning, this paper's got your number. Sayles' work suggests that those endless arguments aren't just a failure of logic or evidence. Instead, at some deep level, we're wrestling with hidden authorities, sometimes unnamed, sometimes denied outright. You're not just arguing about facts, but about whose rules count and who gets to judge. That's kind of liberating, I think, because it means when you hit a wall in a big conversation, it might make sense to ask, wait, what's the court behind these arguments? Who's really being appealed to? The real power of Sayles' work is that it invites us to reflect on what it takes for our judgments and disagreements to even matter. It's a sort of philosophical deep clean, helping us notice where authority is hiding out in our everyday thinking and why no system of meaning, no matter how modern or radical, is ever entirely free from jurisdiction. So next time you find yourself in an argument that seems endless, maybe just ask, what's the hidden authority here?